Hi everyone, welcome to my video response to Venturella's ever popular topic of the week, which this week is Wargaming as therapy. As a lot of you know, I use Wargaming as a therapeutic tool to offset the symptoms of my medical condition, MS. I've got no qualms talking about it, but I don't want to bore you with that, so I won't go into that now. But yes, therapy. It's the having the focus of something that's enjoyable. That's what it is, I think. Right there. And there's so many aspects to the hobby that I personally love them all. Now I've made a note of some of them aspects of the hobby. Because now you've got the gaming side of the hobby, right? Which a lot of us do. So there are just gamers out there. They just game. And then in the gaming section, that branches out into serious and fun and tactical. And yes, you can be tactical and fun as well, a fun gamer as well, or you can be serious and tactical. It's there. So there's that. Then there's the collecting side of things, and you've got the miniatures, obviously, that you want to collect, and the books. There's loads of books now, isn't there? Especially in Warhammer, the story books, and there's painting guides and all sorts of things like that as well, and art stuff, the fluff. It's just great. And then there's the assembling and painting side of things. I wouldn't say any one of them is more or less therapeutic than the others, but that's not all of them, is it? I often forget the other area of the hobby that's become more prevalent lately. YouTube. When I say lately, I mean these last few years. YouTube is an area of our hobby that is becoming more and more prevalent these days, because it's part of the hobby. I like making the videos. It's not just that I like making videos. I like making videos about the hobby. So I find that therapeutic as well. Setting up stuff for tutorial. In that you've got tutorials, and actually YouTube encompasses all of the things I mentioned previously. All those areas you can specialize, can't you? You could specialize on purely tactics, purely painting tutorials, or and tutorials. You got the terrain, you got the models. It's just it's an awesome plethora of focus enjoyment for me. I'm fortunate that I gather that there are some people that don't like painting. They hate it with a vengeance. They just want to play the game. Okay, I get that. I understand that. But myself, I enjoy painting. I love painting. I love assembling. I love gaming. I love collecting. I love it all. And I lose myself in these fantasy or sci-fi worlds, and when I'm in this fictitious fantasy vision of the future or some alternative reality or something, I forget about everything else. And this seems to be the case for a lot of us. I think there's a lot of us out there that are using wargaming or this hobby as therapy, and I think it's great, because I think we've got a great community going. I get nothing but a feeling of, I don't know, belonging almost. I love being a part of it. I'd like to think I can be a part of the community. I view myself as part of the community, and so yeah, every time I make a video, even a video such as this, when I'm responding to somebody else, I find this therapeutic. I'm just sat back. I'm sat back in my new studio. I'm having a cup of tea, and I'm just talking about the hobby, and that's great. Another time I could get someone around, and they can, I don't know, sit over the other side there, and we can just chat about things. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, so as some of you that might know my channel more, You know I use the channel as therapy. You know that when I'm not up to actually painting or doing anything outstanding, I just I do a chill with Pete. That's a series I do where I'm not really up to doing anything else other than just sitting down and chatting and that stuff. And I'll have made possibly made notes prior, you know, weeks beforehand, leading up to it, that I can talk about, unless it's something that's dead relevant there and then, or it's just come out or something like that. And yeah, so I view it as a positive therapeutic tool, but that's not the only reason. That's not the driving reason behind me doing the hobby. That's just an awesome side effect of doing the hobby. The side effect for me is the therapy I get from it. The driving force for me is the enjoyment I get from it. I love the hobby. I love building miniatures and painting them up and putting a table together, playing a game or whatever it may be, whether it's Warhammer, Hordes, War Machine, whatever. Bolt action. There's another area, historical wargaming. There's another whole vast ocean or galaxy of different areas you can delve into. Historical wargaming, so many different periods in history you can just cover. I like the Second World War, and I like the American Civil War, and a couple of other ones I can't think off the top of my head, but I like those as well. So, and you also that gives me the ability to read up on things and learn things. I mean, I've learned so much about Second World War thanks to bolt action. I've learned more from that than I ever did at school. So for me, yeah, and that's another thing. It will make me sit down and read historical books, which again, that's therapy. Paint on my hand. Yeah, so that's therapy in itself, and yeah. So, like I said, I don't want to go on about my condition, but because I know there's so many other people out there with worse things going on, so I consider myself very, very fortunate. And I'm just happy to be along for the journey. So, thanks for doing your topic of the weeks, guys. Thanks to Vince for coming up with them and putting them together and inspiring me to do these response videos. It's great. Thank you. I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now.